Today, Chef Stephen Fabretti from Bravo Coastal. Judy?
And I think John Scalzi is going to have a great eating day for his birthday. Chef, let's get started in teaching us the gnocchi.
Absolutely. So the first thing we want to do is drop our gnocchi in the water, in our boiling water.
Great. And I just wanted to say, if you don't want to buy gnocchi, if you don't want to prepare it at home, you can buy it already made from like Peperonata pasta locally.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Okay, so how long are we going to...
we want to leave this in there about a minute. If we overcook it, it'll get very mushy, and we don't want that to happen.
No way.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our corn sauce. We're going to add it into our nonstick pan.
Corn sauce. Now, to make the corn sauce, you're going to get the recipe on mysuncoast.com, so don't worry. And this is really trending and contemporary, using things like corn sauces, I find, instead of those heavy, deep French sauces.
Absolutely.
Great. So what's our next step after we heat the sauce?
The next thing we got to do is we got to make our brown butter. So we're going to add the butter into the pan, and we want that to melt.
Okay, so yep, you can give it a, we'll jack it up. There we go. All right.
So we can mix around this butter a little bit, let it melt. Now we can't add the gnocchi until the butter gets brown.
Okay.
And it's going to release a nutty scent to it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's also very important, too, when we add the gnocchi to the brown butter, we want to make sure it's absolutely drained, because if there's too much water in there, it won't sear as good as we'd like.
So brown butter, we got to be patient. Now, is this something that you could do ahead of time? Like, can you brown the butter maybe a few hours before your guests come and things like that? Good. I'll keep an eye on the corn.
Okay.
And you keep an eye on that butter. It doesn't make a difference whether you use clarified butter or not?
If you use clarified butter, it won't brown as fast, because the milk fat in the butter is what browns.
So if you're buying ghee, that's not the time that you really want to use it. You want to get that beautiful color, because I love like ravioli and brown butter, don't you? A little sage. Oh, yeah. Now, in this corn sauce, while that's browning, tell me a little bit about what these ingredients are.
So the corn sauce is very basic. We add it into a pot with water, corn, Fresno chili, so it has a little bit of a kick to it.
Yep.
And roasted chicken stock. And it just cooks down, and you almost cook it till all the liquid is gone. And then we puree it and strain it through a strainer.
Wow. So it's worth the work. But again, that's something you can make ahead of time. Not just fine doing this with even vegetables. Stay with us. The butter is browning. We're going to come back, finish up the dish. And I might take one taste, but Scalzi's getting the buffet as the birthday man today. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Tonight on ABC 7 News.
You know, with this cool weather, gnocchi is just a brilliant dish, Stephen, so I'm glad you're making it. The butter is brown, so let's complete this wonderful dish.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is our gnocchi is drained, so we're going to add it to the pan.
And just the aroma of brown butter makes me feel like I'm home, right? It's that comfort level. Yeah. So about how long are you going to cook it in?
We're going to cook it for about a minute, minute and a half. We want to sear it very nice on one side to infuse that flavor in the pan on the gnocchi and get a nice crunch to it.
Okay, so while that's starting to brown, just tell me about some of the things you're going to be adding into it.
Okay, so after we add the corn sauce and we topple it with the gnocchi, we're going to add Reggiano cheese, add a little bit of Fresno chilies.
I love it. Little heat again you're talking about.
Extra virgin olive oil, crispy prosciutto, and then we're going to garnish it with a little bit of micro basil on top.
Awesome. I love using the microgreens. I can see around the edges. So let's cheat for TV and just go ahead and finish the dish so our viewers can see.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add our corn sauce to the pan. We want it right in the middle.
That makes that beautiful base, so you can just stick your fork in and your spoon and swirl all around. Okay, and next, the gnocchi.
Yep. We're going to add our gnocchi right into the pan.
Oh, and that does look great. I see the brown from that butter. It smells lovely.
Yes, and we do want to add some of the brown butter on the top for a little bit of extra
don't be
flavor.
cheating me out any now.
So we're going to take our Reggiano cheese.
Okay.
Going to garnish it, make sure it gets all over the gnocchi.
And Reggiano really brings the dish up a really good level, worth the extra money on it, right?
Then we're going to add our Fresno chilies for a little bit of color. Drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on the top.
And that smooths out the dish? Is that why you're using the oil?
Yes.
Okay, great.
We're going to take our crispy prosciutto, going to break it up. We don't want it into small pieces. And then we're going to finish with micro basil on the top.
And the crispy prosciutto you could do in a pan or the oven.
Yes,
and
we do it in the oven at our restaurant.
Perfect. I'd be by that oven like every minute trying to pick things. So again, you have some new spring items. So you have your coffee shop in the morning.
Yep,
and
we open
then
at 8 a.m.
8 a.m., okay. And do you have a happy hour?
Yes, we do. We have a happy
Great.
hour. It starts from 3:30 and it goes to 6:30 Monday through Friday.
There you go. So lunch or dinner, and certainly some gnocchi. I'll be back for a taste in just a minute.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Sunset Kia.